There are times when I think maybe a tapeworm would be awesome.
That would not be awesome. That doesn't go away.
Like short term.
Right.
Like getting rid of that thing, I don't want to look at it. I understand there are some adverse effects to that. But, short term, wow, this is great. I can have pizza and Italian beef every day.
Right.
I don't show any of it, and I don't have to exercise.
It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
And it is Car Con Carne, the world's only food podcast recorded in a car. That car is my Mazda 3. My Mazda 3 is parked by 103rd and Kedzie. Today we're at Pop's. They have Italian beef. I should mention, this episode, we're recording this in the Beverly Mount Greenwood area. If you are in this area, I got you covered for the spring and summer. Gleason's Landscape is right here in that area, beautifying America one house at a time since 1954. Family owned and operated, great business to support. Look them up on Facebook to see some of their work, and feel free to contact them for your free estimates. That is Gleason's Landscape. Pat McGann is my guest. He is sitting shotgun. He is a comic, a very funny guy, and also local to this area.
I am. Thanks, man.
I didn't want to make you drive too far.
No, this is perfect. I love Pops. There's more than one.
There are a couple.
Pops.
Yeah, it's like a local chain. There's one in like Orland.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over the place. I've never been. So is this a place you go to?
Yeah, we do it. I'll run in here, get stuff for the family. It's easy. They got everything. Hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, tamale boats, beef sandwich, burgers. They got good burgers.
All right, now
I've been coming here since I was a kid.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right, I'm guessing this is lighter than the other one. I got the what did I get? The cheesy beef, something
cheddar beef.
Yeah, something that should not be
like
consumed
combo?
in a car. Feel this. This is
This
has some heft.
Yeah, that's tough. It's like a bag of sand.
This is how I do my curls.
That's all going to be in your stomach in a minute.
No, it's all going to be on the front of my coat in a minute. To be totally clear. This is super hot. I can't even touch this right now.
I went Italian chicken. Get a look at that. Cheese.
Marinara. It's weird. I was really sick last week. I had the flu, and it devolved into a sinus infection.
Oh, wow.
The first thing I was hungry for...
sitting in a closed window car with you.
I am completely not contagious. I've been to the doctor. I am well. The antibiotics have done their thing. The first thing I craved when I got my appetite back was a meatball sandwich or something like that. Something on a French roll with marinara sauce and meat. I never have cravings like that, but that exact thing you're eating is what I craved about a week ago. And it looks really good.
When you get your appetite back, there's always like something that you really want. I remember I had to get a medical procedure, one of those fasting.
Oh, yeah.
24 hours. And then I went over to...
that wasn't for a meeting with the Irishman colonoscopy, was it?
It could be. And I went and had... I went to the original Pancake House, and they have like the best bacon over there, and scrambled eggs, and yeah, man. Well, when you come out of it, sometimes it's nice to get a good meal.
Isn't it true, though, when you're sick, when you're just writhing around, you're miserable, you're not eating, you tell yourself, I'm probably losing some weight here. In fact, once I get my appetite back, I'm not going to be an asshole.
Right.
I'm going to be responsible with what I eat.
My buddy says that sometimes. Like, I wish I just get the flu. Well, shed a few pounds.
There are times when I think maybe a tapeworm would be awesome.
That would not be awesome. That doesn't go away.
Like short term.
Right.
Like getting rid of that thing, I don't want to look at it. I understand there are some adverse effects to that. But, short term, wow, this is great. I can have pizza and Italian beef every day.
Right.
I don't show any of it, and I don't have to exercise. As high water career marks go, I think you hit another one. We could talk about the Letterman appearances, but really appearing side by side with Tony the Tiger in a commercial.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That's running right now. I lucked out. I auditioned for this commercial with a 10-year-old girl, and she was like phenomenal. And I kind of just rode her coattails. Like they pair you up with and this girl, like, I swear, each time we auditioned, I think there were like 2 or 3 total auditions, or 2 total auditions. 3 if you count, like they brought in some people. But each time they were like, great job, Ava. Ava, that's so good. And I was just like, keep going, Ava.
Uh-huh.
Let's get this commercial.
So that's a blast.
Yeah. it really works out. And I can give her credit for that because I've been paired up with a kid before who's cost me an audition as well. So it cuts both ways. But yeah, it was cool. It was my first national spot. We shot it in a house in Deerfield. I ended up knowing the owners of the house.
That's weird.
So weird because they had like pictures up, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know these people.
Weird.
And then she came in at the end of the day. It was like a 1-day shoot, 9 hours, and yeah, it was fun. It was it's hysterical watching the commercial now with my kids and then telling them that this is my other family.
my secret family.
I live with a 10-year-old girl and a cartoon tiger.
My secret serial family. Do you appreciate what I'm doing here? The efforts I'm going to eat this in the car.
It's cumbersome.
It's cumbersome. It's greasy. I'm covered in gravy and cheese. Not a bad thing to be. I'm just saying it's a little bit tricky in the car.
Well, everyone knows what it's like to eat in a car, right? We should tell them that there's microphones here that are right in our face, coming off the door handle. Yours is off the steering wheel, and it doesn't give you a lot of elbow room.
Well, here's the best part.
But we're not driving, so it's...
My seat is actually broken, so I can't move it back. So I'm always stuck like this.
Oh, really?
There's no comfortable position for me. When did you start doing comedy?
I started doing stand-up in like 2007. In September of 2007. It was my first time ever on stage.
Was it something that you'd always wanted to do? Like,
yeah. Well, not really stand-up, but like, I always wanted to write. And be like, I thought of like writing. And I did write. I had like stuff written down that I thought was funny. And I just always enjoyed writing. Any kind of writing assignment in school. I used to love creative writing, stuff like that.
I respect that.
And then, there's no writing gigs in Chicago. There's really no outlet for that, really, unless you just write stuff and keep it to yourself.
Right.
So I thought about stand-up after that. I've always been a huge stand-up fan as well. And I told my now wife, we had just started dating. It was kind of like one of those like moments like, all right, I'm going to tell you something, don't laugh at me. She was like cool about it. She's like, you should try it. Go to an open mic.
Totally supportive.
I remember her saying, and I still think of it this way, like anytime like she sees somebody crazy famous, she'll always kind of break it down. Like, where are they from? Like, how'd they start? And then it's a great way to look at things. Just like everybody's from somewhere.
Right. And everyone has a beginning.
Yeah. So not everyone is. There's plenty of nepotism. There's plenty of like connections that help you get along the way.
Of course.
But there's also people that literally start from nowhere.
So you get the call to do your first Letterman appearance. What goes through your mind?
I was really excited. I was nervous, I had plenty of time to think about it, too.
Oh, no good.
Because they booked me out like 2 months in advance. And he had said to me, he's like, set's approved, producers are cool with it. Do you want me to spring it on you like a week before, or do you want to know the date? And I said, I want to know the date.
Well, that's a tough question.
And the date was subject to change, too, like
right.
by a week or two. But it ended up not changing. But I was happy that he got me the date because I could prepare. And, the second time I did it, it was sprung on me. And that was kind of came at a real crazy time in my life. So it was a totally different experience. I was just,
Was it not a good experience?
It was a great experience, but it was different. It was like more I had perspective. My wife's father had just passed away very suddenly.
Oof.
Our son was, my son was diagnosed with leukemia and was probably like 3 months after the diagnosis, and we were in the real heavy part of treatment. So it was kind of like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll just go out there and do it, and it didn't matter as much. Not that it didn't matter as much like for a career, but it was just like
perspective-wise.
Yeah, perspective-wise, it was good in that way. I was more relaxed and more in the moment.
See, and I ask these questions because I grew up with Dave. Dave was always my guy.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Was
he approachable?
He was very genuine. Like I had very limited contact with him. It was after the set each time. I never saw him before the set. Although I did see him before the set, the second time he was running. He ran the stairs in the Ed Sullivan Theater. It was like his workout, and he was like sweating like crazy. I heard this guy running. I thought he was trying to catch the elevator, So I kind of like held the elevator. I was going up to the dressing room, and there he is, and he just kept running. He was just going up the stairs, and so it was kind of funny to see him in that situation. He was in between. On Thursdays, they taped 2 shows, so he was in between the shows, getting a big workout in. And then I saw him after the set. The second time, we had more interaction. The first time, just shook my hand, said nice suit. And then second time, it was more like, came over to me when they were taking my mic off and was, had a nice compliment. And then saw him afterwards just kind of hanging by some of the producers. But he does not interact like some of these hosts do. I have friends that have done the other shows, and they come to the green room, they get pictures, but that's just not Dave. He's more of an introvert, as I understand.
Oh, completely. And I apologize. What people who are listening can't see is how disgusting it looks to eat a wet beef sandwich while trying to talk on microphone. So I apologize for any lasting images you take away from this experience. It is not an elegant process. It is not a pretty process.
It's different. Yeah, I love it.
I feel gross.
People love chewing sounds. So anytime you can chew in people's
That is a
ear.
fact. Oh, man, bring it on.
Mouth sounds that's what I have. Like some people listen to sounds of the rainforest. I listen to mouth sounds when I go to sleep.
Just if you could smack your lips.
Yeah, I prefer. There's one where it's old mouth sounds. It's people that they take their teeth out and they just.
Oh yes, and if you can add some grunting as you do it,
Right.
that is just peace. That is calm. That is tranquil. That is everything you want.
I have a problem because when I eat fast.
I do too.
So I'll just knock this out. I hardly ever put it down.
I do too. Well, how do you not weigh like 5,000 pounds?
I don't know.
Do you work out? Do you take the stairs?
I take the stairs. Yeah, I park far away.
That's it.
That's when you know you're getting old, when you start doing things like that for exercise. I'll park further away, or I'll take the stairs. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty active. I used to be more active than I am. I used to work out more, but
I have this Fitbit now. I got this for Father's Day last year.
Oh yeah.
I thought if you just put it on, you'd start to lose weight. That was kind of how that worked, but you actually have to do stuff. I was at the radio station yesterday, and I was working a long day, and it was like 8:30 at night, and my wrist started vibrating. I'm like, what's going on? 10,000 steps? That must be wrong. That couldn't have possibly happened. I was not active at all today. Clearly, there's a mistake. I think I probably did, but
oh, really?
I'm so not used to that feeling.
Yeah.
The 10,000 steps.
Yeah, it's good to walk around. Like, I don't walk as much as I used to living out here. It's not suburbia, but we do use our cars more than when I was living, like, on the north side. But it's like, you can rack up 10,000 pretty easy.
I love coming to this area because, was it Top Notch Burgers?
Dude, we should have gone there. But that's not really a to-go place. I love Top Notch. That is my favorite
Those
place.
diner-style burgers, those are so good. And, of course, Rainbow Cone, I still adore.
Rainbow Cone's legit. I like Fox's out here, Fox's Pizza.
There's a place I drove by not far down Kedzie. It's like a chili and ice cream diner that looked kind of cool to me.
Down here?
Yeah.
Lindy's?
Yeah, that's what
I've never really been in there.
It looked cool from the outside.
Yeah,
like,
people like
totally
it.
Old school.
Yeah, people do like it. It's a good spot. Yeah, we got some good places out here.
So you have mentored other comics. You've done it on your show on WTTW. What does it take to take someone with no experience and get them up on stage? Is it just getting rid of any fear, just kind of...
Yeah, I think so. I think it's always like, even now today, like when I get people come up to me after a show and say, oh, I've always wanted to try stand-up. It's like, I get it. Like, sometimes people just, I think, say that because they don't know what to say. But also, I feel like even with people, when we did that show on Channel 11, it's like, just go to an open mic. Go see what's out there. There are plenty of people that are trying it and doing it, and maybe not doing it that great or doing it that well, but they're trying.
I feel like
I feel like that breaks down the fear right away. It's like you see people and you're like, well, I could at least do that, or I could be more prepared than that, or I can be, I've thought those same things. You don't want to like tell someone to watch Jim Gaffigan or Brian Regan. Like, you want to try stand up? Watch this guy. No, those guys are pros. They're incredible. You want to watch, You
want to see mistakes.
Right. Go to a mic. And even like, the working comics, we go through that too. We go through those nights where we struggle. You have to. You got to go out and try new stuff and just die. Like that happens to me like more than often, That's just part of it.
Has that toughened you up? Has that calloused you?
No, it's still awful. It's still I'm more willing to do it. I know the process now. and it's easier to hide. It's easier to hide those struggle moments. You know, you can do stuff that you know works before, and you can do stuff that you know works after, which it's like it provides you some cover, but it's also like it's still painful. It's still, and it takes you out of your rhythm because
Sure.
when you're doing new stuff, you know what comes after it, and when you're doing new stuff, you're thinking about it while you're doing old stuff. You're like doing your old bit, and you're like, okay, after this, I'm gonna try that new bit. And how does it go again? You're kind of thinking about it before,
Sure.
you know. So it's fun. It's fun to analyze it, but it's painful.
I can see that. And what you just described, that talking on microphone, I experienced this when I did talk radio. You're talking down one path, and it's very hard for me to describe, but your brain is going in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
The words are coming out of your mouth.
But you're thinking about something else. You're steps ahead of...
It is almost like this disembodied feeling.
Right. But here's the thing. I think that if you are doing stand-up and you're doing that too often, then you're not getting the most out of your jokes because you're not like
I
really
believe
in
that.
it.
Yeah.
And I feel like not to bring up my other podcast, but
Please do.
I do a podcast with the White Sox, and I feel like this is something you could run into during radio. Is it's bad to do that when you're interviewing someone because then you're not actively listening,
Right.
and responding to what they're saying. Because I've done that where I'll be interviewing someone for that White Sox podcast, and I'll be like, what else did I want to talk to them about? Oh yeah, I want to bring that up, and I want to go here with them. Meanwhile, they could be saying something.
You miss an
that I
opportunity
need
to go in a different
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah, so
So
it's
sometimes the doors open that you didn't even foresee, and it's like,
Right.
oh, I should chase that down.
So I think that I don't know. The takeaway is like be over prepared so that you can be in the moment.
You have a very laid back style on stage. Is that something you came to, or were you always kind of that? Was your voice always your voice? Was it always there?
No. I think that I developed that and still am. I still, I've only been doing it. I say I started in 2007, but really full time 2010. So I'm still like haven't been doing it as long as a lot of people. So you're still always evolving and finding your voice. I can be pretty aggressive. Like you may have seen TV clips, and I'm pretty laid back in that.
Very much.
But when I'm in a club, I like to mess around with the crowd a little bit, and even that's changing. I'm trying not to do that as much as I used to.
Tell me why.
I
That's
want to
interesting to
develop
hear.
material more. I love messing with the crowd. I still will do it, but you're not going to do crowd work on TV. I mean, unless I did like a crowd work. I'm not known enough to do that on TV. So I don't know. I feel like material is how you get. You want to do albums, you want to do shows, and you want to. That's what you do on TV. And I got I did do one album, and I have it on Sirius XM, and that's another revenue stream too if you can get.
Sure.
So it's like you got to pound out material and write, and that's kind of what I want to do. That's I think what great comics do is they produce material.
What makes you laugh?
Oh man, everything. I love to laugh. Dude, that video the other day. I mean, it's so almost hack now to bring it up, but the one with the BBC guy and the kids broke up. There. I mean, I was laughing so hard. I was watching. I never saw Step Brothers. When I started stand up, I kind of like stepped out of some of pop culture as much as like that's what we're supposed to talk about. Like, I don't know, I just didn't go to the movies as much or watch as many shows, and then all of a sudden I was married, and then all of a sudden I had kids, and that takes up all your time. So you're not like, because you're working nights, so I never was watching a ton of shows.
Right.
I never saw Step Brothers, so I'm flipping through yesterday and I only caught like the last hour. It's like I just got my kids to school and dropped one at the babysitter, and I'm like flipping through because I like to write in the morning, but I was like that I was gonna turn the TV off, and that caught my eye. I'm like, let me watch this for like 45 minutes. Oh my god, I was dying. So I don't know, and I love stand up too. I love, who are some of the stand ups I really like right now? Bill Burr I really like, and I'll listen to podcasts I think are funny. Jimmy Pardo's got a funny podcast. He's a funny dude. Kathleen Madigan has a new special out. Very funny.
Well, talk about Chicago specifically. Tell me about the relative strength or weakness of the Chicago comedy scene.
Oh, it's strong. It's evolving though. It's always I saw someone say the other day the talent in Chicago is like a renewable resource because you lose comics every year. It's really every few years. I think a generation in comedy is probably like 5 years, 3 to 5 years. And eventually there's a ceiling in Chicago, so people leave. They go to New York or LA, and then new comics come through. There's some legends here that are just like pillars of the comedy community that for whatever reason, some left and came back, some never left. And those people I really respect. And when I started as a house MC at Zanies, I was exposed to them and learned a lot from them. And then the comedy scene in general has probably never been stronger in terms of like places to go on stage to get up. Like there are so many independent rooms and showcase rooms and open mics, and there's more clubs than there ever were. I mean, I'm a Zanies guy, but there's the Laugh Factory is here now. There's Comedy Bar. There's a few other ones that are doing well, and there's just plenty of places to see stand-up comedy, and it's
Which just makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to go out and have fun tonight. I want to laugh. Okay.
Right. I think Netflix helped stand-up comedy a ton.
I could see
Started
that.
putting out specials, satellite radio, podcasts, because podcasts, a lot of stand-ups have podcasts or they have stand-ups as guests. So there's been a shot in the arm to stand-up comedy probably in the last 5 years that it's noticeable from when I started.
So we're recording this just before St. Patrick's Day. I just got my tickets for the Sox Brewers exhibition game at Miller Park.
Oh,
in
did
2
you really?
weeks.
When are they playing?
It's Friday the...
Right before opening day, right?
Yeah,
They go
yeah.
there and then they come down?
Yeah.
That's great.
I'm a Sox fan. You're involved with the Sox. What's that been like? What's that relationship
Oh, it's
like?
been cool. I started with them. I made like a cold call there, and I talked to Christine O'Reilly, who runs Chicago White Sox charities, and they do so many great things in the community. And we talked about doing like a variety show, and then we kind of put it on hold, and then we revisited it, and we did it. We did a variety style comedy show with players and players' wives, and we just hit it off. We started doing a couple things at Sox Fest, and then a guy there had an idea. We were both talking after the White Sox golf outing, and we're like, what if we did a podcast? We got so many people coming through the stadium, like to throw out the first pitch
Sure.
or sing the anthem, and then you got the players, then you got the ex-players, and you got the broadcasters, and the owners, and the front office. So it's like this endless list of guests or potential guests. Now, if we could get some of them to say yes, they'll do it. We do get plenty of them, but
I'm sure on game day things are a little nuts.
oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but no, it's a really, for me, it's kind of like one of those pinch yourself moments, because it's like, God, but it does take away some of that too. Like, when you get older and you have kids, you don't look at sports the same way as you used to. Or if you're doing, even since I started doing stand-up, I think you look at things differently, Your priorities are different. So while I still love the White Sox, it's not like, I used to ruin my day when they lost,
Right?
And I had season tickets like in 05, 06, 07. And then again started stand-up, so I stopped doing season tickets. But the fact that I'm there now as someone who kind of does a lot with them, and I can go in there and have access to some of the players, it's cool. I got to take batting practice there.
Get out.
Yeah, I got to do Mike Huff, who runs the White Sox development part of they have like that Sox Bulls Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I met him at an event, and that I was performing at, and we sat together and we're talking, and then he was like, come by and take some swings. They had like a corporate sponsor out there, and then he had me come out just
What a
before.
blast.
Oh, it was cool.
I
cool.
took my son to like one of their camps there.
Oh, yeah?
The one in Lyle.
Yeah. Yeah, my nephew's out there playing at the Sox Academy out there.
Oh my God, my son is now 15. He's a freshman in high school.
Wow.
Baseball just started, and that is all consuming.
Yeah.
It's like 3-4 games a week, practice every day, Saturday. I mean, that's my life.
It's insane.
It's insane through June. That is my life.
How many kids you got?
2. I've got a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Oh, good for you, man.
So we're both pretty busy.
You got an early start, huh?
I'm not as young as you, maybe.
Yeah, but still, you look like you're
Thank
fairly
you.
young.
You're very kind. Well, I'm trying to cancel that out by eating giant Italian beef sandwiches.
Right.
I'm trying to prematurely age myself.
Yeah, you can do that in the Chicago diet.
Oh, my God. It's so true. All right. So if people want to find you, and they should, where should they go?
I'm on Twitter, at McGann Pat is my Twitter handle. I'm on Facebook, and my website is patmcganncomedy.com. I post dates up there. I don't know when you're going to post this. But
Let's say this is live on the 20th.
Okay. What do I have coming up? I'm going to be at Mother Macaulay High School on April 1st for a fundraiser there. And I'm plugging that show because it's going to be nice. I got Anna Belavoff from WGN is going to be there. And it's
Who you
in a
worked with
theater.
on Channel 11.
Yep. And John DeCoste, who's on Steve Cochran's show. And that will be in the theater. So it'll be a nice setting. And then I am hitting the road. I'm opening for, you familiar with Sebastian Maniscalco?
Not really.
He's a pretty well-known comic, and he was on a podcast like this. He was on with Seinfeld.
Oh, was he really? Okay.
Comedians in cars getting coffee. Yeah, so he's pretty big. So anyway, I'm opening for him. We're touring a few cities, and we're doing like a run in Texas. We're doing a run out in the Northeast, and then we're doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're doing a run in Florida. He's got like a tour bus, and I've never done that, so it'll be an experience. I heard the tour bus thing can be overrated. Trying to sleep on the bus and everything, but I can sleep anywhere, so.
Oh, my God. I could sleep in a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if the movie's in any way boring, I'm out.
Right, yeah, of course. You got kids. It's dark. You're sitting still. All we do is run around.
It's so true. The
Like
second the
maniacs.
lights go out,
Yeah.
good night, nurse.
Oh,
I'm out of
with
here.
you. Right, exactly.
All right, well, thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks, James. No, I appreciate it, man. It's fun.